Hello and welcome everyone to this British English accent training lesson. This is number 14 and today I'm going to help you with some basics to do with food and drink. So I've got some props here to show you to help me illustrate. This one is going to help you a bit with maybe some vocabulary, some practice, and also quite a bit of British accent training as well. If you can check the YouTube description or the notes below the video on other websites, you're going to find the spelling for each of the things that I will discuss, and also on some of them the suggested phonetics to help you pronounce it properly. Also, if you look in the description, you will find the links to the other websites. So if you go onto Facebook, the Facebook group, or the blogs on WordPress or Tumblr, I'm going to post there some visual vocabulary tools to help you learn about other food that I won't have time to talk about here. So check those ones too if you have time to learn a bit more. So let's look at the notes then, and I'm going to go through, pronounce each one for you, and maybe show you some examples. But first of all, in British English and in the UK, there are three main meals each day: breakfast, lunch, and in the evening we have dinner or tea. So you can call them either of those, dinner or tea. So of course breakfast is often regarded as the most important meal of the day, and we do like to have a decent amount to eat for breakfast. If you look below that, you are going to see a list of food. So at the top here, we start off with some basic and traditional British dishes, which if you come to the UK you might have the chance to enjoy or not. Top of the list, of course, is fish and chips. So fish and chips. Many British people love these. I quite like fish and chips, I have to say. But one thing to point out is that we talk about chips in the UK. So this here is a chip, okay? You know what you eat with the fish. This is a crisp. I think this is different in American English. So this here is a chip, this here is a crisp, okay? So I can't eat this one now because it's not cooked, but I can eat this one. Quite nice. Lancashire Hotpot. That's from the north. I don't know much about that. So roast dinner. This is one that's really famous. We have them on Sundays. We will roast chicken or beef, something like that. Eat them with lots of vegetables and something called Yorkshire pudding. So a roast dinner is another very popular British dish on Sundays at lunchtime. Shepherd's pie. This involves mashed potatoes and stuff, and kind of minced beef mixed in with lots of vegetables again. So shepherd's pie. Steak and kidney pie. That one's popular in pubs around the UK. So it's a pie made with steak and kidney, okay? It's nicer than it sounds. Sausage and mash. We also call this bangers and mash. Bangers means sausages. So this is where you take potatoes, mash them, and maybe we add beans or peas, something like that. Something delicious like that to help us enjoy it. Below that, another very famous one, full English breakfast. So this is where we have the cooked breakfast with might be fried sausages and bread and tomatoes, baked beans, egg, and everything will be fried. So very big meal for breakfast, very unhealthy, but lots of people do enjoy it sometimes. So those are some of the most traditional British meals that you can enjoy if you come to the UK. Now we're going to talk about some other types of food, for example, bread. So this is called bread, of course. Then we have an apple. apple, banana, banana, grapes, grapes, tomato, tomato. In America, people might pronounce this tomato, but we normally pronounce it tomato in the UK. Potato, potato. If you've watched the film The Lord of the Rings, you will maybe remember Samwise goes, potatoes. He's talking to Gollum, so that's a good way to remember. And a jacket potato is a bigger potato, which we cook here, and we add something else to it. That's another very popular British dish. Finally, a carrot. Carrot. If you eat these, apparently they help you see in the dark. I don't know if that's true. At the bottom of that list of food, you can find a link to a web page of 24 superfruits. So if you click on there, it shows you lots of pictures. It's a slideshow, and you can learn about some more fruits, and all those are very healthy, so that would be good to know. And there's shepherd's pie, one of the things I discussed above, one of the famous British meals. We have a recipe there for you. If you can't wait until you come to the UK, you want to eat shepherd's pie now to taste the delicious British meal, you can use that recipe from Cambridge ESOL. So now we're going on to drinks. And the most important of all, of course, water. Water. And if you're taking it from the tap, we call it tap water. So if you're in, for example, a restaurant and you're eating a spicy food and you want some water, you can say, "Can I have some tap water, please?" Normally in the UK you might have to ask for it. They don't provide it at the beginning. You might have to ask. So tap water is normal water from the tap. And if something is drinking water, it means it's safe to drink. So if you see that sign by a tap, or it says drinking water, you know that you can drink that. In the UK, of course, we love to drink tea. Tea. And many people drink coffee as well. Coffee. Below that we have apple juice. Apple juice. And also orange juice. Orange juice. But there are many other types of fruit juices, okay? And virtually any, well, many fruits can be made into juice, so not just apple and orange juice, but many others as well. I think everyone knows about Coca-Cola, or Coke. So Coke. And there's also lemonade, of course, lemonade. And finally at the bottom we're talking about some alcohol. So beer. Beer. Ale is a type of beer. Ale. Cider. There's a lot of cider from the UK, especially in the southwest. Cider, not cider. If you know the advert, Stella Artois, I think. Cider in the UK. And wine. Wine. So there are two types of wine, aren't there? Two colours mainly. Red wine, like this. Or white wine, like this, okay? So red wine and white wine. You are not supposed to drink them at the same time, but tonight I'm going to, so all by myself. If anyone wants to join me, please contact me quickly. Otherwise all the wine will be gone quite soon. So that is the end of the list for today. Not much, but many useful types of food and drink, I hope, with some visual props to help you understand. Don't forget the YouTube channel for many more free videos like this, and I'm going to be making more in the future. And the Facebook group in particular, check in the YouTube description for the links to these. The Facebook group and the blogs on Tumblr and WordPress. I'm going to post some visual vocabulary tools to help you learn more types of food and drink there. So please check those if you have time. And there's the Twitter as well. So you can find all of that stuff in the YouTube description. So there we have it for food and drink. Thank you very much to everyone for watching. I hope that this was useful. I'm going to be back soon with some more British accent training, so please join me if you can. So thank you again for watching today, and I will see you next time.